Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly
drunk. I love making the same joke every week. I'm joined as always by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
I am tip top, man. How are you guys doing out there in the internet world? I should have opened up by saying Happy Christmas, you beautiful nerds.
Happy holidays.
Hanukkah just started or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Hanukkah.
I want to be touched by your Hanukkah.
Oh man, I can't. I haven't watched 8 Crazy Nights in so long now. I feel like throwing it on instead of doing this podcast. But I guess
never seen that movie in full.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I've heard I'm not really missing anything.
Oh, I disagree.
Does it hold up next year?
You know what? We'll be talking about that next Christmas thing. Not next Christmas. No, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it this coming up Christmas episode. We'll just talk about it. We'll chit chat about it.
We'll chit chat about it because we do have a Christmas episode coming out on Christmas
Christmas
podcast.
Day.
It's not going to be live, but we will have a pre-recorded episode jumping on Christmas. And oh shit, the music just doesn't want to stop.
It's so good.
Bring it back.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the no,
it's so good. It's so good.
But yeah, make sure to check out our Christmas episode. We got a great episode today, though. Let's introduce our panel, which is a little small this week. Introducing the creator of the 9 Nerd Yards YouTube channel, where you can find all kinds of great analysis videos on Atlanta, Swarm, The Idol, and a whole bunch of other cool shit.
Yeah.
9 Nerd Yards. What is going on, bro?
Trying to make an N right now. N Y motherfuckers.
That's right, people.
That's the logo. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me on. You know what? Thanks to everyone who tuned in yesterday too for that crazy interview.
It was dope.
Nehmeh and Triago. And yeah, if you haven't watched that, go watch it after this. It was a good old time.
Absolutely. I watched that one. Couldn't be a part of it. Had to do lacrosse dad stuff this weekend, but it was a good interview.
Hashtag lacrosse dad.
Did you guys know that lacrosse was like Native American? And
man.
In the Olympics or something.
Yeah.
You know what? I think they made a Disney movie about that in like 2004.
Maybe. I don't know. But there's another sport that hockey. Hockey is a Native American sport.
Oh, actually. Really?
That's cool.
I had no idea. I thought it was
either.
Just like, rural Russian fuckers that just the pond freezes over and they just go at it.
No, much like almost everything in the world, Europeans took it.
yeah, because hockey definitely feels like a pale skin sport.
But it's just a wintertime sport, and who lived winter better than indigenous people in Canada? I mean, they was up there really getting it, for generations and thousands of years, just up there getting it in the snow with skin from an animal as their
Yeah, you had to work really hard. And as we know, when
their feet must have been made of cement, man. They must have felt like they must have been able to murder a human being with the top of their foot. That is so strong.
Just those Barney Rubble feet.
Bigfoot feet, which is gonna come in relevant later.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we call a tease in showbiz. We got a very exciting show for you guys tonight. We're talking about the Monarch, the legacy of Monster. We're talking about Rick and Morty. We're talking about not Foundation, For All Mankind. But as always,
y'all wish we was talking about Foundation.
Y'all wish
we can.
We are qualified. I have read one book. We are qualified to talk about it.
We have the knowledge. But before we get into the show, let's talk about something that we all know and love, really dear to our hearts, and that's merchandise. We got our shop live. We got stickers, hoodies, hats, all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
tell the people where they can find our websites.
You can find me. I don't know the name of the store. I don't know the name of the store. It's on our Instagram page, so you can do the little follow thing, or you can just not follow it on Instagram and just go click the link. I think it's Spread Shop, and
indeed,
you can go on there, Drunk Banthas Spread Shop, or just Drunk Banthas merch store. Type all that stuff in, get you this Drunk Banthas Troopers. Get that out of here. We got Drunk Banthas podcast beanies.
This is fresh.
You know what I'm saying?
I really like that one.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? And we got the cups, man. We got the mugs.
Oh yeah, the mugs.
You know what I'm saying? So you can drink with us. You know what I'm talking about? Like merch stuff. You know what I'm saying? Drink with us.
I'm getting drunk.
Ooh, those are some mean mugs. Those are some mean mugs.
Mean mugs. Oh my gosh.
Mean mugs. Put that in the description. That should be the name of. You know what? That's the name of it by next week. It's gonna be the mean mug.
You guys can find in the video description the link to the shop. But enough hoard ourselves out.
Wait. First of all, before we get started, I don't even know if Morgan's watching right now. But if Morgan's not watching, somebody let him know when he gets into the chat. Morgan got us these shirts here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh shit!
These shirts. This one's dope. I'm pretty sure mine's doper than Alex's, but who's counting? Who's to say?
Put it in the comments.
Who's got the shirt today?
Is the Ninja Turtles? Are you a bigger Ninja Turtles fan? Are you a bigger Simpsons / Invincible fan?
And we do cover Invincible for those who are just joining us for the first time. We do this every Monday night at 8:00. Every Monday. I'm not seeing my kids for this. Okay, like I miss visitations. For this now.
I just want my kids back. But to start off our conversation today, let's talk about. Oh yeah, and if you guys do want to see us talk about Invincible, we do have episodes on the previous episodes of the podcast where we talk about episodes 1 through 4, but today we're talking about,
when it starts back up, we'll be starting back talking about it, of course.
That is true. Yes. Whenever they start back in January after their hiatus.
Lazy
but today lazy motherfuckers.
Oh, that's
but today we're talking about Monarch Legacy of Monsters episode 5. In 2015, Monarch Deputy Director Verdugo is frustrated to learn that Shaw has kept Kate, Kentaro, and May in the dark about the true nature of Hiroshi's activities in Alaska. Is she mad about it or is she relieved about it? Who's to say? Duvall suggests releasing the 3 to track their movements. A little bit of a catch and release situation here. I'm personally getting a little bit annoyed by Monarch because the show keeps lampshading and being like, why don't you guys just chase monsters instead of chasing us? And I'm just thinking that the whole show is like, yeah, why don't you chase these monsters instead of these kids?
I was going to ask, is this show good? Do you guys feel like this show is good? Because I was just like watching it, and I was like, huh.
I got the same kind of vibe. You know, the other day, I think I mentioned it last week. I was like, yo, I don't like these characters that we're just decided all of a sudden that this is who we running with. Like the last 2 episodes have been about the characters who were, I guess, in the 2015 timeline. And I'm like, I don't care about them. I decided second episode in, I don't care about them.
Right.
No, maybe first episode.
Yeah, we decided pretty early on that the
I don't give a fuck about
Russell storyline was better than the Kurt Russell storyline.
And we liked Kurt Russell.
Yeah, love Kurt Russell.
But still, first 2 episodes, I don't care about the grandchildren, man. So the fact that we've gone with them 2 episodes in a row. I don't think I've watched a black female on television that I didn't really care about her character since like that. Since old
girl. She's a snitch.
She's a snitch. So
she's a snitch. I mean, or whatever. She's a traitor at the end.
What's her name that played the wife of the black girl in Peacemaker?
Oh yeah. I forgot the actress's name, but yeah, in Peacemaker she played.
I met her.
Adebayo's.
I met her a couple times actually. I I've never liked anything that she's done, but she was really nice.
Put it in the comments if you're watching, actress.
I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want to be disrespectful, but I mean, I did just tell everybody what she was in. But you have to go watch her stuff to then do that. So I'm promoting, right? Like I'm still showing love, right?
She's getting a view.
Shout out to Blind Barber.
But yeah, what were your problems?
And that's crazy because I really love Kiersey Clemens too. But
yeah, same.
Yeah,
I thought I was really excited about her casting in the show. But what were like the problems I guess that you had with Monarch in this story, or just like initial thoughts on
it's just like really silly, isn't it? Right? Like the whole game that they're playing. I'm just like, where's any of this really going? And why is it like seems like it's almost about to be camp? But then they just go, and don't get me wrong, the show looks amazing, right? Like I think the show looks like really cool and it's like has some pretty good direction to it. But it also at some parts of it just feel really camp, and I think maybe especially with the grandchildren storyline. Like it's about to be silly or campy or like almost like Marvel-esque with the way that they're about to like start quipping at each other. I feel like I'm not sure.
Very much so campy. I don't like the daughter of what's his name, the jumping times, the guy who's jumping portals and shit.
Oh yeah,
the dad.
Oh yeah.
I don't like his son.
Kate,
really dope. Kate, her best performance is this episode, acting wise.
Okay, yeah.
Like I was not feeling her at all. And then what made me really remember that I wasn't feeling anything she was doing is the recap. This is the first time I actually watched a recap.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I was watching the recap and I was like, yo, all of her like scenes are just whack, like her scenes where she's like reflecting and like
and she looks exquisite as hell in those scenes when she's just like pondering and like just fucking, but it's just 1,000-yard stare out into nothing, like.
And we never get any kind of real confirmation as to what she is thinking. You know what I mean? And also, I feel like it maybe I don't know this lady's background. I should have been a good television host and looked it up, but I feel like she may be acting like she may be a Japanese actress, and she's performing like she's doing a Japanese movie or a Japanese television show. Which I don't feel like is translating in this American television show. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense, and I'm glad that you said that because when I looked her up, because I do like this. I do like this actress. I do think that she is talented, and this again was one of the episodes I was like, oh, she's got some stuff there. But the stuff that I don't really like her in is when she's delivering dialogue, and I wasn't sure if it's the writing or her performance.
I love you on screen, just don't talk at all.
But she's also doing like some like
that's how he feels about all his girlfriends. He just don't like women. I'm trying to
she was in Pachinko too. Are you talking about in Sawai?
Yeah, Anna Sawai. She's she's an Australian actress, and I feel like when actors are trying to mask their initial accent, unless they're like incredible, just like phenomenal actors. Even Anthony Hopkins can't do it. He still sounds like Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins doesn't try.
That's Anthony Hopkins just has an Anthony Hopkins accent.
But to all you actors out there, that's the key. Like, don't listen to motherfuckers who tell you to do an accent even though you can't. Just don't do it. Just be phenomenal in yourself. And it won't matter that you can't do an accent.
Yeah. And
whatever kind of accent it is, by the way. I don't even know what the fuck Anthony Hopkins' voice is. His accent
is Welsh. So he's just like
he ain't got no Welsh accent though. Like
he just has an Anthony Hopkins accent. He just go outside that box, really. It's like Pacino, you know. You can't really ask him to do something else.
And I feel like this actress is like somewhat being hindered by like one, the dialogue isn't great. And two, like I feel like she's trying to perform in a dialect outside of her own. And so when you have those moments where she's just like going through a PTSD and you're having these flashbacks and you can see all the shit on her face, it's a lot more moving than when she tries to say anything. But yeah, like this episode was like pretty weird. After returning to San Francisco, Kate convinces her mother, Caroline, and Caroline's colleague, James, to smuggle them towards Hiroshi's office in the restricted zone of the city's ruins. Evading military patrols and dealing with Kate's PTSD, they eventually reach Hiroshi's office. So before we get to the Hiroshi's office and what they discovered there, let's talk about evading the military's patrols. Because
that's what I was going to bring up. Like, what type of? I was saying, like, it's so silly. Like, what type of Scooby-Doo shit was that?
It was ridiculous. Like, yeah, like
let's just call it for what it was. Well, it was just goddamn stupid. I'm gonna let 9 go in because I feel like
that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is just so silly to me that they evade the police, and then like seconds later they're just like kind of like yelling and ripping with each other, and then seconds later they're playing patty cake, and then they're like, oh, there they are. Yeah. They just run off again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Definitely some Scooby-Doo shit. Some fucking
some Scooby-Doo.
Because the fact of the matter is, old Kate was like, hey, yo, shut the fuck up, son.
Yeah, she was
Kate and May. They're like, yo, you need to calm the fuck down, nigga. Then you just see, like, shut up. Then we just almost get shot. You ain't got no more bags of chips, fool. You need to calm down. Like, you're not gonna save us again.
Felt and like, Princess Leia and Han Solo like running into a bunch of stormtroopers and then just like kind of backing away and running and getting away.
Right.
It was just kind of. It was just
except
so
it wasn't played for comedy. That's just the way these guys wrote this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, are these guys?
He was absolutely a nerf herder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Scruffy looking.
Unless.
Shout out to Morgan.
Oh yeah, shout out to Morgan. Thanks for coming. We just wanted to let you know we're wearing your Christmas
presents. Hold on.
Down.
What just happened? I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No, I can't hear anything.
Oh my god, he's deaf.
It's the headphone jack.
It's in the
deaf,
back.
Everybody.
I'm not in the back. We're in the front. It's the headphone jack. There you go.
All right, technical difficulties, but we're all good.
But yeah, we were just saying, shout out to Morgan. Morgan got us some dope gifts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he got them.
That is so cute.
You know what I'm saying? Last of Us. It's the Last of Us because this is the way.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying? And we got this. Where's the other one? Where's the other picture?
Oh yeah,
what's behind you?
Oh yeah, there it is. Friends.
How many of us have them? Friends. It's the X-Men.
That's
you guys
phenomenal.
Can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Check out our Instagram page. You'll see it on there later on Twitter and Instagram. Links in the bio. I think.
And if you're listening to this on Spotify or Google Podcasts,
that was probably the worst 5 minutes of your life that you just listened to.
But if you want to feel like fulfilled, go over to YouTube and watch this podcast and watch every single episode of the podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought this is, again, to y'all's point, I thought this is a super ridiculous, unrealistic point of this episode, and it really, really took me out, and it brought all the stakes out of the show. It felt like
didn't take me out that far out. I mean, we still have abandoned cats, right?
See, that's where it's confusing too, because I was like, oh, are they doing a thing where they made that deal and want them to like progress and go on, and that's why the police or whatever, the Monarch police, fucking didn't arrest them because they wanted them to like. But I was like, okay, I don't know if they're going that deep with it. But then I did like the stuff where a girl was like having flashbacks of the attack, like kind of just going through the city and like revealing that she's having some PTSD about
right.
the attack.
Yeah. I did like some of the flashbacks as well. Did you enjoy? I'll ask both of you guys. Did you enjoy the flashbacks dealing with her relationship and her guilt behind that? Apparently, she cheated on her ex, and that's what guilted her into getting on the bus with the kids toward the end. 9. How did you feel about that whole thing?
Yeah, I thought that was like pretty interesting. I, take it or leave it regarding the relationship, just because it's like not really that interesting to me. But it's just that juxtaposition between them running from the police and having that be all Scooby Doo, and then like dipping into that more serious nature of everything. Yeah. They did that again, kind of like again Whiplash, because I really like the scene where dude walks into her crib, is can't even my another mother, my daddy's and then she was just like don't fucking help me do anything, and I was like, ooh, yeah, that's deep. I like that. Yeah. Then I was just getting a bunch of whiplash just because I feel like the characters are just kind of like just weirdly silly.
Yeah, and the corniness I didn't bump up against that earlier on in the show because we had that mix of the Wyatt Russell storyline, which felt super serious. But now with the balance between 2015 and 2014, which are essentially totally the same, it kind of puts me in a sour spot. But how did you feel about just like the flashbacks of Kate's flashbacks back to the G-Day?
Well,
G-Day
I thought it was weird because excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
Your excuse.
The situation was very strange. There's a big juxtaposition of feelings like between the characters, right? Like they trying to get the fuck up out of there, and Kate just keep freezing, and they like, yo, come on, like, what is your problem? Like, I could tell that this was like definitely different times, like in the early 2000s, 2000, and I'd say all the way up into like 2015, 2012. The other two characters were like, damn, bitch, come on, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, let's go. Like, snap out of it. Like, what's your problem? Like, they would have been doing that kind of stuff, but that's not sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Or that's insensitive these days. So I feel like there was a lot of like babying her, but like, because Kate was just sitting there like, yo, I'm not going nowhere. Like, y'all just go without me. Like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, her brother should have just been like,
your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off. Next call.
That's how he should have hit her. He should have just been like, look, leave the bitch. Let's just leave her. Or just pick her ass up and go. Like, but she no longer can have decision-making skills. Like, she has no more decision-making skills. She has no more rights in this excursion. Because then she had like a fucking
no more rights.
Yeah, no more rights. I'm sorry. Right now, I just took away women's rights on a podcast. Yeah. It's a fictional show, so it's okay. And also, she's no longer mentally capable of representing herself in court.
Got her conservatorship and everything.
Wow. Yeah, she under conservatorship because the fact, like, she ends up hallucinating that he is her father, and he don't look nothing like that dude. Let's just keep it real. Right. Let's just keep it 100. She was just looking for a reason to yell at this nigga for real. Like, that's just rude. I don't care if you're hallucinating. That's rude as hell.
So rude.
She didn't think May was somebody else, like, right? Like, she's like, come on.
No pass.
That was so doggone rude.
Yeah, I thought that it was the stuff with the Godzilla stuff was interesting, especially like seeing how they got drips of the idea of monsters existing in the world before G-Day happened. Drips. I thought that was cool.
I got drip right now. Got this drip mug right here. And I got
Godzilla tears.
T-shirt
clean as fuck.
Don't forget, y'all.
Tears.
Don't forget, y'all. Which one of us has the doper T-shirt on? Which one of us has the doper T-shirt on?
By the way, sorry.
Vote. Don't forget to vote.
Real quick. Grounds Hero.
Did you guys make a poll?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. We need to make a poll. Grounds Hero. Is that a distasteful name for a coffee shop?
Ground Zero. Yeah.
Ground Zero. Oh,
put that on the
Did
poll.
You see that? That the coffee shop that they went to in the show was called Grounds Hero.
Oh wow.
You want to make a poll for that? You can make a poll for that.
That's like Infinity Scoops.
Infinity Scoops
in the MCU.
Oh,
Asgard or whatever. Infinity
yeah,
Scoops,
like what? Like why would we do that?
To us, that's cute, but in that universe, it's like this. It's
actually but this is before the G-Day. So it was
I guess
so this is actually talking about 9/11.
Yeah, right.
Like, this is not even they not fucking with no goddamn like G-Day shit. They talk about 9/11, dog.
9/11 themed coffee shop in San Francisco.
That
like,
is
that makes
bonkers, guy. That is bonkers.
This show might be incredible, actually.
This show might be terrible. I have not decided yet. This show might be terrible. For all y'all who just joining us, we're talking about it was foreshadowing. We're talking about Monarch right now, and we haven't decided, is it a bad show? Is it a good show? Let us know in the comments.
It's probably a bad show.
I'm leaning it might be bad.
Then we go.
I don't hate it.
That's where after they get into the office, right? They get into
Phil Mage, what up, though?
Welcome to the chat. We got a little, since we got a couple more people in watching now, we got a vote going on. Who has the better shirt, me or Bill? He's got the Omni-Man. I got the Ninja Turtles.
I got the better shirt. I can't show you
Let
mine
us know.
because I don't want to knock over my shot, but y'all just know that I got the better one.
But in Hintari's office, while they fail to find further hidden files, Kentaro concludes from Hiroshi's map that he likely headed to Africa in search of Titans. We going to Africa, y'all. We gonna see some black people. That's cool. We may secretly contacts Duval asking to go home in exchange for her cooperation. Like you mentioned earlier, May's a snitch.
I called it. Yeah,
he's a traitor.
Snitch.
What did you guys think of this scene where like May just does a 180 and is like, I want to go home?
I mean, shit, I would be out too. Like, fuck all that, bro. Like, fuck all that. Bro.
I mean, technically, it's her fault that they going through this. Now, hear me out. It's her fault because she didn't have no like safety protocol set up so that these motherfuckers wouldn't come backdoor her shit and find out where she's located. Like, come on, you was reckless opening up these files. And like, I don't know. I just feel like she just wasn't like safe enough or something. Because how'd she fuck it up? You know, it's just real.
I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Gone.
Are you talking to me?
No,
that's for
May.
Me. That's
for May.
I ain't got time for your worthless chime.
Like, get on out of here, nerd. Go on.
Anytime I hear "get on out of here, nerd," I assume someone's talking to me. But
nerd.
But what about you, Nine? What did you think about this May turn?
I literally don't care, to be honest. Like, we'll see where it goes, but do I care? Actually, I mean, I doubt like it's going to result in anything too major, just given like what we've seen in this episode. And, you know, it's probably just going to work out to their benefit, to be honest.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You kind of see like, you go ahead.
I feel the same way. I didn't really care. I was like, well, that was like totally predictable because we never had a scene with her and old girl who like gave her the phones and put it in her brain like, yo, bitch, don't you want to work with us though? Like, we never saw her like tell that lady like, yo, go fuck yourself. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't fucking work for the man. And what kind of hacker just be like turncoating so quick?
Yeah, I want
to like, goddamn, making hackers look bad. You're just gonna work for the man at the first sign of adversity. Like, shit. Just get that bitch some Popeyes chicken and a goddamn apple pie, and that bitch is gonna be telling on everybody.
Okay, all right. yeah.
The first 48 all over.
Yeah, she converted on the cop ride. She converted in the cop car. God damn it.
Filmage said TME t-shirt wins. Ralph looks like Monarch. I'm forgiving because I'm riding this Godzilla wave. Appreciate it, Filmage. Guys. Vote goes all day. Let us know.
So wait, have you got? I feel like Filmage is definitely talking about Godzilla -1, which I haven't seen, but I heard it's like literally incredible. Have you guys seen it?
I have not yet. I was gonna go see it the other day, but I saw Poor Things instead.
Okay, yeah, I feel like that is the Godzilla content we probably should be talking about.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it seems like all the Japanese ones are good, and the other ones are fun.
Yeah,
I'm not hating on them. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't seen all of them, and the one that I saw wasn't terrible. It was confusing. Yeah, it was real confusing. But I do feel like what they did a lot. I feel like they're trying to explain a lot of that stuff. This is their like Clone Wars.
Yeah. This is their Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like where they wanted to like explain, like this is the ground level. Like this is the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for their Avengers, because the Godzilla franchise is very comparable to the Avengers or MCU, because it's the only successful film franchise.
Cinematic universe,
it's successful because no one knows that they're connected. You don't have. You don't have to
you don't have to see Kong Skull Island to enjoy Godzilla versus Kong.
Exactly.
Like, that's not
right,
because it's definitely not enough.
Although I do like Kong Skull Island, I think that
me too. Exactly. See, that's the thing.
That one's actually good.
It's not enough substantive dialogue to carry over from movie to movie to movie, where you have to know, like where you have to have like been watching the
MonsterVerse
episode, to then catch up, because you're like, oh, that tied into what he said in 3 movies ago. It's like, I don't give a fuck what happened 3 movies ago, and neither do they when they were writing this movie.
Like required watching of these shows kind of makes them all like so watchable, which is weird.
And then you can go back on your own and decide that you want to go back and watch it. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, man. This is why DVDs need to come back, y'all. I know y'all don't probably agree, but like at least the ability to, because like it's all the movies get scattered all over the place when it comes to like rights. And how can I, really go back and just watch something simply on my own time? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to own 4 different subscriptions to different streaming services so I can like watch something. Just give me the opportunity to go get it on my own. Make it extremely accessible. I don't know, but I guess I'm just an old man. What do I know? What do I know? Now y'all out here paying more money than you paid for your cable bill now. You pay more money now for a cable bill to watch all the damn shows that are on TV than you did before. Look at how stupid y'all asses look. Y'all got us out here fucked up.
They were doing the same thing.
No, I mean, we're doing it, but I'm just saying now we have to do it. We weren't doing it before. We was stealing everything.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, I do. And that all being said, I don't think that this is a bad show, because like for all the things we said, like there's some good stuff about the show, especially like, but they just have not included any of that in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And the next thumbnail has Wyatt Russell, so I'm
no, the next thumbnail, the next 4 fucking episodes better have them.
Let's just close it out with the good shit.
Like the last scene of every episode can be the fucking 2015 timeline, like one time. Just show me them once,
just one more time,
and let me get some John Goodman.
I
love John Goodman. Let's go back to John Goodman. Why can't just I get 1 episode with Johnny?
But
I'm not here for it.
But moving right along to the next topic.
The rest of
mankind.
Y'all been waiting on this. I know y'all been waiting on this.
Yeah,
we have yet to see space cheeks. I mean Mars cheeks. Nobody has slapped Mars cheeks yet.
Well,
we saw some moon cheeks get slapped.
We did get to see Mars cheeks because Homegirl had a baby on Mars.
And no, that was in space. They got pregnant in space.
Oh yeah, they got pregnant in space. That's right.
They got the space cheek.
We just saw a space birth. I mean, we got Mars birth.
Mars birth, right?
Being Mars
space
cheeks. So
actually, she didn't even birth the baby there, because remember she had to go up to space just to have a baby.
Because she couldn't have it on Mars. It was a whole
crazy shit. Man, you know what? This is for the real nerds. The deeper we go into the timeline on here, the bigger the nerdum gets.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the show that makes math exciting. We're talking about For All Mankind, season 4. I'll do them after, because I'm not doing that right now.
I was just asking.
No. I feel you.
The poll has started, at least on the Nerds at Night, who has the better shirt.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Votes in, we'll let you know.
Where's it at? The Discord?
No, it's on the Nerds at Night.
Nerds at Night. So go over there to the Nerds at Night YouTube channel and hit the poll. Let us know who's got the best shirt. Omni-Man Simpsons or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What you think?
Let us know. Homer choking Bart is very topical right now. Episode For All Mankind, season 4, episode 5, Goldilocks. Great title for the episode, because an asteroid is discovered swinging away from Jupiter towards Mars. Density measurements show it to be heavy in metals, especially iridium, which makes it valuable to the base and humanity. I think they said it was worth $80 trillion or some such shit.
I think they said 800. But let me ask you a question. Is that a real goddamn element?
There's a link.
Tritium?
When I click on this thing, in iridium, and it is a real thing. Thank
iridium
you,
Wikipedia. Is a real thing.
It is a chemical element. I'm not gonna read all that shit, but yeah, it's real.
It's real.
It's apparently
that's
really
what y'all need to know.
It's very
rare.
Real. Then because this is coming in the orbit of Mars, the M7 treaty. They're trying to
which is like the G5 in real life.
Yeah. It's nice little United Nations on Mars. G5. That's a better. But it is politically difficult because Russia is currently the number one supplier of the metal. President Gore claims that he discovered the asteroid, further complicating the issue. And this was definitely I invented the internet kind of situation with Al Gore, which I really appreciated that they did that with this.
Yes, for those who are too young to remember, Al Gore once told everybody that he created the internet. While he was very important part of the process of, getting the internet made to where the public could use it, because the military had been using it for a while at that point.
Yeah.
He got a little bit above his britches though and said that, hey, he created it, because as if someone could not look that up, as if there wasn't information that people could find.
Like old Microsoft commercial, Windows 7 was my idea or some shit.
Exactly. And that's where they got it from. And now we've got years, and now we've got decades of people just saying this, you know what I'm saying? And even then he still had the election stolen from him. Isn't that crazy? America is a weird place to live. Sometimes I tell you, this nigga still almost won the fucking president.
Yeah.
Even though he
probably should have won.
He technically did win.
Yeah.
He just stopped fighting it.
He's like, all right.
You know what? If Al Gore was president, we would have GTA 6 by now. I'm just saying.
I believe that.
But he would have took credit for it. He would have took credit for it. He would have said, look, if Donald Trump had been president, then I wouldn't have got, we wouldn't have gotten this until 2027.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah,
actually, that's a good point. All Biden has to do, this is the last real political, I don't know. This is a political show. So I think all Biden has to do is just say, look, we will get Grand Theft Auto in April of 2024, if y'all vote for me.
In the hands of all Americans.
In the hands for free. If everybody, if you make under $250,000 a year, you will get a PlayStation 5 and Grand Theft Auto for free. And then he will win the president of the United States. That's how this country works, goddammit.
Hey, that's how it works. Give the people what they want.
That's how the world works.
Or at least tell them what they want to
He'll have Russian bots voting for him. People trying to get that PlayStation and that Grand Theft Auto.
But yeah, I thought this was like a really cool addition to all of this because it actually does like it's a nice nod to actual history. It's like, hey, Al Gore, even if he was president, he was still going to do Al Gore. You know, he's still going to step in his own shit. But now it has like these huge foreign relations consequences because these guys are trying to wrangle the most expensive thing in existence and they have to do it together. And this just tears people apart.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
It's insane. I just really, really liked how all that turned out.
Man, everything you say is like a fucking show or a reference. I could all that. When you said it's all that, I was about to do the all that song. But I feel like that's unnecessary.
Go check out our Good Burger episode. Does it hold up?
Does it?
But then later on,
the way drop today.
Jingle all the way. It's Christmas time, bitch. Go fucking watch us a good fucking review on does Jingle All the Way hold up? I mean, Sinbad, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Phil Hartman, reindeers,
Jingle these balls is what I say.
Turbo Man.
But Kelly has second thoughts about not wanting to leave her son. Oh wait. Before we get into that, actually. No, this is not written right. Okay, yeah, sorry. The Mars team is tasked with pulling into Mars's orbit.
Okay,
which has to.
I usually pull out of any orbit that I'm in, but if you want to pull in, go right ahead.
Which has to happen on a tight timeline, which means everyone needs to work extra hours. Miles is doing well with his Mars rock business, but his partner figures out what's going on. And then Dev decides to go to Mars, leaving Aleda behind to run Helios and taking Kelly with him so he can train her crews en route. What do you think about all of this like stuff with like Dev and Kelly going to Mars all of a
sudden? Well, we got Dev going to the moon last season, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah.
So it's not her first time in space, and they've sent engineers to space a lot at this point. I feel like that wasn't like out of the blue, but I think it was good for them to remind us that, what's her name, Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly.
She's a fucking astronaut. Like,
yeah.
She is up here living this. She's up here living this mom life on Earth, and we've seen her just be uncomfortable the whole time. She don't know, she's like doesn't know what her son wants, even though she's home. She's not in space, but she's still not like able to just be a good mom, which from the first season up until really not much of last season, up until from the first season to the second season, then they skipped the third season, but and now they're going back into it. We've got nothing but examples about how these people are just terrible parents.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Not a good parent amongst.
Terrible spouses and terrible people in general. Very selfish. And was it Molly? Molly says it in one episode, like, yo, we're fucked up people. We're fucking people who are arrogant and we don't care about what nobody else thinks. We try to go after what we want to go after because we are the best. And that's why we're the best, because we got the mindset we don't give a fuck.
Right.
And so with that in mind, I feel like her going up to space, in spite of the fact that her son ain't never been to space, he ain't, she don't give a fuck about what actually could happen to him. She's made up excuses though to take him though, which might actually be good for him because we forgot that he was born in space, as we mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
And the doctors have mentioned that maybe his heart, we didn't see that. Maybe that fucked with me. They mentioned that he's going to have all this health benefits from being up in space because his heart murmurs he's all these heart health issues because he was born in space, which we talked about once before, like how you can't really have babies in space and bring them to America and whatnot. America, Earth.
I mean, Earth is America.
Well, you got to get a green card. Come back to Earth.
But no, I never thought about aliens. Am I right?
I never thought about that either. Is like, that the fact that his heart problems or all of his health problems are linked to the fact that he was born in space. And like they went through a lot of math to make that harrowing experience makes sense.
Yeah, but I didn't realize he even had any health problems. Did they say he had health problems earlier? I don't know.
Making a claim like this, that is a bad enough
creator of the internet. That's not a statue, dude. I've never watched the show, but it seems relevant. It's on the For All Mankind subreddit.
It is.
Yes, it is very relevant. I need to get on that subreddit. We just joined Reddit today. I mean, like a few days ago.
Oh, did we?
Cool. So hit us up on Drunk Banthas on Reddit. And tell us what we should be looking at on Reddit. If you're a Reddit user, go over there and tell us what the fuck to do, because we just got there. You know what I'm saying? And hit us up on the Discord. We just got over there too, and we're not really great at that either.
So just on all those social media stuff.
Tell us stuff. Tell us what to do.
And
we're on Likewise too for people.
Yeah, we're on Likewise.
There's a big old crew over there. If y'all want to come over there.
This one says men will literally fly to Mars and never come back instead of going to therapy.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yes, that's great. Just
that's a great segue.
Into that
because as you mentioned, Kelly is bringing her son up to Mars. But first, she does have to ask Dev if she agrees to it, and Dev does agree, partially because his mother abandoned him.
Yes,
as we discovered in the scene.
Dev is the black dude that you just saw in that photo, and Kelly's father is Ben on the right side, he has been in space for what, 10 years now?
I don't remember.
Like 20 years he's been in space and not coming back because his wife died, or his ex-wife at the time died on Earth.
Yeah,
during a terrorist explosion or terrorist attack, and now he's just gonna stay in space, and he's suffering from these shakes and tremors and health problems. He still won't go to Earth. Like weed is legal on Earth now. He won't go back. It's weird.
It's so much more illegal to smoke weed on Mars. And
then we got Dev, who, he's just running from his mama. Like, he got a mama. He just don't like how she did him. Like, she left him and his father alone and all this stuff. That shit happens. I feel bad for Dev.
Yeah.
But also, why do you got to go to your mama's workplace to tell her, you ain't shit, ain't never gonna be shit? Bitch, I'm fucking tired of your ass. Suck my dick, I'm going to Mars. And I ain't never coming back. Fuck you.
Yeah, that was really...
I was like, God damn, this nigga talking to his mama.
Yeah, that was really fucked
just
up.
Don't call her. Just don't go by there. Just let her watch the news and find out that you're going to Mars like everybody else.
Yeah, that was some cold-blooded shit. That was a really rough scene.
Cold-blooded.
It was a nice amount of exposition where it didn't feel like they were pandering to us.
Oh, it didn't feel like you were pandering to you?
I mean, it didn't feel like it went on for too terribly long.
I'm coming up with names for this one. I'm going to call it Sadsposition.
Sadsposition?
Yes. Sadsposition is when you tell a fucking crazy, sad-ass story to explain two characters' existence with each other because we haven't seen either one of them before ever. Or we haven't seen one character ever and then they interact, but we're never going to see this character ever again, so we got to get all this work out right now. And it's always a sad story. Sadsposition. I said one the other day last night that was on Monarch.
Yeah, I think it was the same. I think you were workshopping it because that was. You said depressed position.
No, that's depressed position. That was a different one on Monarch. Depressed position.
But yeah, like that was an interesting
Sats
scene.
Position is better.
What I really liked, Sats Position. It rolls off the tongue a little bit better, guys. Which one's better?
Sats Position. Yeah, y'all put it in the comments. Let us know. Sats Position, depressed position. I think Sats Position too.
I always think of press position when you say depressed position.
Prepositions.
But I did like that scene, but I really liked the scene later when Kelly is trying to convince him to like bring her son up to Mars, and he is just like, you know,
crying.
Looking out the window, and he's crying his ass off, and she can't see it. But she doesn't think it's weird because Dev is just a kind of person who would just fucking stare out the goddamn window.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Dev is he's Elon Musk. He's Black Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's like
he's fucking pretentious, arrogant, dickhead who also is extremely smart, innovative, and but most of the time he's above his own, like he's above his head in his actual exist. Like he was trying to go to Mars before everybody was trying to go to Mars.
Before it was cool.
Yeah, before it was cool like that. And in the last season, he was one of 3 people who made it to Mars. But North Korea made it first. North Korea makes it first in basically a trash can that they sent to space. And like literally,
it's a miracle that this nigga lived. Like honestly, it's just so crazy.
I swear to God, please, if you I don't care if you're watching the show or not watching the show, go to the episode where they talk about the North Korean dude landing on Mars. 2 of them land. 2 of them go there. Only one of them made it back.
It's such an incredible episode, and. Yeah, like, man, later on, speaking of Mars and like
did we talk about, did you want to keep talking about the asteroid?
What else happens with the asteroid? It was just a later and going to.
Yeah, well, they're going to go try to drill it. And so we got the lower deck people.
Right. Everybody has to
shout out to lower decks. You know what I'm saying?
Lower decks.
We got the lower deck people who are now going to be able to. Well, they now have hopes of being able to work on the drilling mission for whatever it is, iridium.
Yeah, the iridium.
Oh damn! I said.
Really
I think I was trying to make a joke word. So anyway, the iridium. It felt bad. I forgot what I was gonna say just because I was like, damn, I wasn't even trying to do that on purpose.
Well, homegirl, she gets the job as like the leader of the.
Yeah, but she's like depressed, and I'll tell you why she ain't say it. I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Because her old buddy, she was up there with an old buddy, a friend of hers that died in episode 1.
Yeah,
remember? He had the cord whip him up in half and whip his body all up and throw it into space.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something.
He was the other guy because
these motherfuckers have put so much trash and bodies all throughout space.
Bodies.
Space is a dangerous place, ladies and gentlemen, and they just throwing niggas into space.
Yeah, billions of dollars and white male bodies just floating out in space.
Yeah. You know what? No black people have died in this show.
No black people, not in space.
Not in space. Not in space. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
That is an accomplishment.
That's right.
But yeah, like all that is like pretty interesting. And it's crazy, like how dangerous everything is and how depressed she is about just like getting this promotion, and Miles just couldn't give a fuck. He's like, but yeah, that's why you need to get this cash, baby girl.
He's just in straight drug dealer mode, dog. I like Miles. Let's just talk about Miles a little bit because that's why I wanted to talk about this. Because Miles get down there, he like, oh man, that's terrible. So you want to do some drugs? Like that's Miles. Like Miles is like that drug dealer friend of yours that every time you tell him your problems, he don't really actually want to talk to you about your problems. He just listens to you and then he just be like, damn, that's wild. take this shot and then hit this cocaine with me real quick. God damn, Miles, I just want you to listen to me, man. God damn, I'm just trying to have a conversation. No, man, yeah. I'm trying to have a conversation.
Are you?
I'm trying to have a conversation too. Take this bump, and you got $50 on you, right?
Yeah, you got. Just give me $50, and I'll go get some more, and we can just keep doing cocaine. And keep talking to me.
But I do want to talk about, I guess, the most tragic part of this episode before we move on.
What tragedy?
Yeah, tragedy struck in space once again. During a training mission, a crew member sees Ed Baldwin tremor and reports it to Danielle. After some serious deliberation, she confronts him about the condition. When he argues with her, she removes him from flight status as an XO. And throughout the episode, a series of flashbacks shows Danielle's series of throughout the episode, it shows a series of flashbacks of Danielle visiting Dani in exile from season 3 as his condition deteriorated until he committed suicide on the Mars surface.
Yeah, Dani.
What did you think about all
Dani was like,
nerd.
Dani told him, man. Dani told him, man, you got to take your ass up out of here, bro. I mean, this was a long time coming because I wasn't listening to you talk when you were just saying stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, dude snitched on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, old buddy was up in space with him. The lower flight commander, I almost said flight attendant.
Right, yeah.
The little lower level flight commander saw Ben all shaking.
Right, yeah.
And then he tried to hold it down like this. Hold on, how tell me in the comments, how in the fuck you think that this is supposed to hide the fact that your hand's shaking? Your hand's shaking like this, and you got your arthritis acting up like this, and you just go like this.
His arthritis was
that nigga fell all down in the chair and shit. I'm good. Bro, you need to go down and fucking retire right then. You know what I'm saying? That's like if somebody, like, he was doing some Michael Tubin shit right there.
Michael Tubin?
Yeah, remember Michael Tubin? He was beating his meat in a meeting on Zoom on quote unquote accident. Like, if you find that out the next day, you need to go into work and quit. Like,
you're not going in.
Yeah, exactly. Don't even go in. Email that shit and just say, I'm leaving.
I'm done.
I resign. I'm gonna go home. Y'all been wanting me to retire anyway. It's time to go home. But what's odd is Ben is gonna have to go home right after all these years, probably like 12 years of being in space.
Right.
And his daughter is coming with his grandson to Mars.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
everything that
Ed is going back home.
He's had nothing but reasons to be back home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now he coming back. Hold on, I can't see that. Hold on, keep that up.
Kelly and her son hoping to spend time with Ed.
Yes.
That's great.
Man, shout out to the Umbrella Academy. One of the worst fucking good shows out there. Like, terrible fucking show. Like great
Monarch.
story, terrible show. Kind of like, no, is it kind of like Monarch? It might be kind of like.
Can you explain these memes?
I think they're
no. Let's just talk about this right quick because Dani, there are some back. So
this is Dani.
Yeah,
this is Dani. Okay. Danielle, because there are two Danis.
Yeah, there are.
Because actually, I wanted you to leave that up, 9, because we have two Danis, and we find out about Dani, male Dani, Danny.
Yes,
Daniel. In season 3, Daniel lost his mind and they had to confine him to the side of Mars with the rover from the North Korean exploration.
Yeah.
it was damaged, but it was still inhabitable. So Dani, I shouldn't be laughing because it's a very sad story.
It's very sad.
And also, so Danielle was charged with going and taking him his rations and his food and stuff like that. But Danielle, for some reason, her character had first of all, let's just get some black makep people for black people. That's the real problem.
That is
because that's what this meme is referring to. But they were trying to make her look disheveled because they were out of food, they were running out of water. You know what I'm saying? They were really up there for months and months with no.
So this is supposed to be her being malnourished after days and days, because the whole reason exiled Dani on the thing is because he basically blew up their entire space station, and now they are living off of just a fraction of the food that they prepared.
He created an explosion that created an avalanche that made everything go boom boom.
And they could just kill him and have way more food for themselves.
Yes,
but they're actually deciding to exile him out to the other side of space. But it takes a toll. He ends up going insane because it's pretty much solitary confinement for months.
Took a toll on all.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
They did put him in solitary confinement, and he ended up killing himself. He sat outside and watched the sun come up on Mars until his face turned blue and his eyes went pale.
Yeah, it was pretty off.
Awkward.
The makeup was just really bad on Dani and on Danielle, and we got to get black. Her hair is always fucked up too, by the way. So we got to get black hair people. We got to get some black makeup people in Hollywood.
They need to get the people from Life, because they know how to do old. Because Danielle has looked the same since season 1. She just got a little more dark skin or whatever. But they don't know how to make. I guess the makeup artist is black don't crack.
Why is she getting dark skin? There's no sun out.
Exactly. And how did she get lighter just because she went to Earth, or she got older and she got lighter? It's just so fucked up. It's so fucking obvious that the bitch had terrible makeup. You can look up Shannon Sharp bad makeup day. That's how it looked. Yeah. They made him extra. Yeah. They made her extra dark. They made her lips extra eyelined, or they did eyeliner on her lips. They get it was just
it was theater old people makeup. But I disapprove of this meme with the Mars first pot grower, Mars first doofus. I'm sure there was a doofus before Miles.
His name was what was the dude's name?
Who died?
No, who died? He wasn't on Mars. No, but Dani is Mars's first doofus, nigga. Dani fucking Daniel, the guy we just said that committed suicide
is Mars's first doofus.
That's Mars's first doofus. This nigga literally got people screaming and dying on the comms, and he just turns the shit off. He's y'all
just one Dani right here.
Yes, this is Dani. Right
there. He's the Mars first doofus for sure.
Is it supposed to smell like this? They saying that they gave him Dani's suit.
Oh shit!
Damn, you know what? That is Dani's suit. Is it supposed to smell like this, nigga? Yeah, you smell like Dani, nigga. You smell like Dani. Hold on, go up a little bit. Is that? What's that say on this chest? On the chest plate?
Helios.
Stevens.
Oh, Stevens.
Okay, maybe they took off. They probably took the Stevens off right there.
That's wild.
That was probably the same suit, wasn't it? No wonder it stank.
God damn.
Yeah, it was. I mean, look, they ain't got. What are they gonna do? Just throw it away?
Yeah, it's a good suit.
It's a good suit.
It's a good suit right there.
It's some good suit in there, man. We can use this. How much that suit cost? $100,000. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Why don't we just throw his body out into space and we just keep? We can wash it with alcohol.
But that was super sad. See, a cannibalism on Mars. Karen dancing to Elvis. Who's Karen? Oh yeah, that's
Karen
right.
is Karen is
right. Oh my god. It did all start with Karen dancing to Elvis because Karen was Ed Baldwin's wife, who ended up having sex with underage Dani Stevens, and which that made
he wasn't underage. He was in college.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did just he graduated college. And yeah, then he went crazy. And then on
that pussy was so great. He fucking lost his goddamn mind. I mean, that pussy had him upside down, inside out for 20 years. Goddamn.
Oh man. that changed everything. But man, guys, let us know.
Yes.
Oh wait, what's For All Mankind fans discussing Dani in season 2 and 3. For All Mankind fans discussing whether or not he was cannibalized before season 4.
Yes. Well, now y'all know he was not cannibalized because his body died and it would have been spoiled.
Yeah.
Because it sat out in the sun.
Radiated.
Yeah, irradiated. Nobody want that Mars meat.
Yeah, no.
You don't want no that Mars meat just be tasting a little funny.
Yeah, and like suicide, as we all know from Rick and Morty, turns your body into spaghetti. So
right, yeah.
But only.
So this one, I gotta play the new meme. I don't think this is a meme, but whatever.
Yeah.
New post alert.
Apple TV Plus original shows and movies. Nielsen Top 10 U.S. viewing via smart TVs and TV connected devices. Week ending 11/12/2023. What we got going here?
So it says comp a single 1 hour episode watched by 1 million people equals 16 million minutes.
Okay.
And so it looks like we have.
Oops.
Let me see if I can There we go. So it's the morning show. Lessons in Chemistry. Ted Lasso for All Mankind is 4th. 31 episodes, minutes in the millions, 104 million minutes viewed for this week.
Okay.
So is that good? You guys thinking that's good? Is the show living up to its expectations, or does it need to find a wider audience?
I mean, I do feel like it needs to find a wider audience if it's under Ted Lasso, a show that ended last year, and a Brie Larson movie that nobody knows about.
I think that this is just indicative of the Apple Plus brand in general. Yeah. It has nothing to do with For All Mankind necessarily. I mean, Monarch.
Well, I feel like people just go and watch Ted Lasso.
Right, exactly. And also they've been giving out the Apple Plus like with the new iPhone, the 15, they've been giving out the Apple Plus subscription for like 3 months for free. So there's a lot of people who've never seen Ted Lasso that are probably watching it right now for the first time, giving it a bump. Same thing with the morning show, and Lessons in Chemistry is probably just benefiting from all of that. Like leading into the Today Show or some shit like that. Like,
oh, Brie Larson's in a thing.
Exactly.
Like
local TV,
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Local news goes right into the Today Show, and then after the Today Show, local news comes on. So they always have larger numbers. Same thing for Lessons in Chemistry. It tried to get me to watch it the other day. Silo is another one that is
I was going to check that
top
out.
25. But look at Foundation, it's still hanging around as well. I think that it's just indicative of Apple Plus just not really having a lot of shows. And Monarch isn't even in this
weirdly
list. So man,
we got all the minutes.
We got all the documents
go live just so these guys can keep on watching and talking to
it. I do think, it's weird because, I mean, obviously we liked Foundation and we like For All Mankind. But for whatever reason, Ted Lasso is the only show that is like insanely popular on their channel. Not sure why, because they do have a lot of good stuff on there.
There are some good things. I wouldn't say a lot. Apple Plus?
Oh, a lot for like what they produce because they don't.
Well, no, I would just say there's not. That's what I said. There's good content on there.
Yeah,
not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. I would just say there's a good variety of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
Because there's just not a lot of stuff. But because we went through the top 25 on the list, like watching their top 25 on the app yesterday, and it was just like all the shows we've already seen.
Right.
That's all the shows they got.
I still do think it has a pretty crazy roster, though. Like,
no, I
out of all the shows,
if you do it per capita, like, would it be per capita? Like per capita for each streaming
dollar
service?
for dollar,
dollar for dollar.
Because Netflix,
that is probably your best bet. Because Netflix
has a long tail where they have like they specialize in having a whole bunch of options, and Apple TV Plus is a short tail. They have a lot of they do quality over quantity,
and maybe that's the better option when you're starting out small.
Maybe, and
small as Apple.
Right. Well, Apple TV is smaller. You know what I mean? Like kind of like Amazon. To me, Amazon Prime could be better, but they try to do what Netflix is doing, but they have a paywall. So it just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So I think that what they're doing now is they're interested more in getting into sports because they can create a paywall for sports and still trick you into coming in and watching the other stuff while then also paying for whatever, like, because it just comes all with the Amazon Prime package.
Right. They have a weird business model when it comes to like their entertainment rollout for Amazon Prime because they do have some good stuff, but like it's definitely not most of their stuff.
I'm checking on this poll right now. We have 7 votes in, it looks like, on the Nerds at Night. You guys want to show off who has the better shirt?
Where's the better shirt? Okay, I got the Ninja Turtles. That's going on over here.
And I've got the Omni-Man, Invincible, Homer, and Bart Simpson. Yeah, as of recently, I don't know if you guys know this, but there will no longer be any choking of Bart Simpson. Homer Simpson will no longer be choking. Excuse me, I'm trying not to sneeze. Homer Simpson will no longer be choking Bart Simpson. He said it in an episode. I don't know. Morgan sent it to me. Shout out to Morgan. He's the 5th Bantha, one of the Bantha numbers.
Yeah, he's
he sent it to. He's the man on the streets for the Gotham Gazette.
Yeah,
coming back to you soon at the
Alabama correspondent.
Beginning of this
sometime soon.
But what are the numbers on the poll, man?
I'm not going to reveal that yet. I don't want to scour. I'm just going to.
That's right. That's right.
Vote.
Yeah, they quit trying to cheat.
That's on the
I want to know.
Nite stream. I wish I was able to like just put the poll in both streams, but I guess I would have to like set it up on both. But whatever.
Yeah. We'll figure it. We'll do that next time. We'll
figure it out.
But moving along to our next topic, we are talking about Rick and Morty season 7, episode 8. We only got
before we move on,
or episode 9.
Before we move on, I'm sure everybody who is watching right now, y'all are the realest ones. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for helping us get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't think we've talked about that since we've been doing the podcast. Been back doing the podcast. All of y'all, we couldn't have done it without you. Appreciate you from Twitter to Discord and all that stuff.
That's huge.
And also, I don't know if I told anybody. I may have put it in our group chat, but we are right now. Basically, we just got our little notification that we're gonna get monetized.
That's true.
Shout out to every single one of y'all who have helped us get to this point. We're going to keep on doing this. We're never going to stop. I mean, we weren't never going to stop doing it even before we got.
I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that
we're not doing no Puffy references up in here, okay?
Oh shit! Oh shit! You guys are about to get canceled.
Exactly. We're not doing no Puffy references because I'm not blowing up niggas' cars out here.
It's provocative.
So yeah, shout out to Morgan, shout out to Noah, shout out to Film Age, shout out to Othelius, shout out to Rachel V, shout out to Scuba Steve, shout out to everybody, shout out to Chucky, shout out to Sarah, shout out to everybody. Who else am I missing? I know I'm missing
probably 1,000 more people.
Well, I just want to shout out the ones who matter. Oh, sure, Blake, Kirsten, Terry, Jeff. Shout out to y'all. Absolutely. And shout out to Nine. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't be here. We wouldn't be here without all of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly, it's been a really great year for the channel. We appreciate all of y'all. But we'll move right along to the Rick and Morty season 7 episode 9. Let's get 50. No, that was last episode. We're getting 50 today. We're talking about the afterlife.
Let's talk about the afterlife, Alex.
After killing Jerry 8 times in an experiment, Rick discovers the afterlife exists and it possesses an infinite amount of energy. This was a pretty crazy episode that starts out with just like Jerry in heaven. Yeah, like Nine, what did you think of this wild Morty episode?
Annoying.
It's not my fault. My father-in-law asked me to help him gather data, and not again.
Okay, run diagnostics. Holy shit, this is consistent. This is real.
What have you done?
Yeah, I really did like this one. I thought it was so if they're not going to go like with that overarching story, like I was talking about like last week, how I kind of needed that, then make the concepts really cool and interesting. And this one is really interesting.
Yeah, this was like a really cool one where you got to like they really toyed with the I can't even focus when you're doing that.
Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you guys.
But
what mug?
What did you think of this this episode? Just like this search for the afterlife, but only for a means of like tapping it for energy.
Man, I thought at first, man, we're gonna get a fucking episode about religion and God, and I just hate getting bogged down in that shit. I don't care about what anybody believes in or anything. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm consistent on this show. I don't care about shit, but
yeah, honestly, and one of the more one thing that's more annoying than like super Christian like Left Behind movies is like people who are atheists who spend like all their energy making fun of Christians. It's just like, it can just like a whole episode about that. It's just like, all right, they can get exhausted,
right? Like, I don't care. Like, I hate ants, right? Yeah. I don't spend no time talking about it. Like, it's not like I spend like, it's not like I'm like, yo, kill all the ants. Oh, kill all the ants. Can't stand them goddamn ants. You know, like, don't talk about the things that you don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk about fucking, cat piss, right? But things that you do care, yeah, thank you. Things you do care about, though, like Drunk Banthas merch, you better fucking talk about that. Talk about it. Shameless plug. That's what we're doing.
That was so shameless. I just thought it was, but like the way that they went about it, and like his explanation of here, let me just
source of energy strong enough to support collective projection.
Great. So there's a heaven. Glad you could learn.
His connection to a localized cultural model of infinity functions like a wick, sucking his little mind straight towards a source of energy strong enough to support collective projection.
Great.
So yeah, I just thought that like concept.
So basically, heaven is a perception, and it is basically a dream state that your consciousness goes into to maintain a tether to reality. So basically, because matter never can be destroyed, your soul would technically be a type of matter that then cannot be destroyed and has to have some kind of tether to reality.
Yeah.
At any point.
I really dug that because they talk about this kind of stuff in like I think in a couple episodes of Black Mirror, where just like scientific.
Black Mirror.
Yes, what is
that? No,
they just like
I've never seen any Black Mirror episode.
Oh, really? It's pretty good. It's got.
I mean, look,
but yeah,
it was halfway a joke and halfway also the truth. Like I'd never seen an episode of.
It's good.
Well, no, wait, I've seen the first season of Black Mirror.
I don't know.
I'm
trying to think about like what.
Wasn't the dude from Get Out in the first season? He was in the first season.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that's the first thing I seen him in.
But what episode? Like, what are you linking with Black Mirror?
I think it's the San Junipero episode where they have the concept of just like
San Junipero.
Yeah, San Junipero.
Can you explain
that was the first time I saw
because I know what you're talking about. But can you explain to the people what you're talking about?
Just the
connection.
Well, just the idea of a sci-fi post, just like a sci-fi afterlife, like an idea of a way of creating an afterlife and even like making money off of it. But yeah, and that was the first time I saw Gugu Mbatha Raw, one of my favorite Black actresses. But
can you spell that? I feel like you can't say that. I can't say that, but you can spell it. Can you spell that?
I can't spell it, but I won't. But we're gonna like what did you think of just like their like I guess travel to Valhalla, and then we also get the
producer
storyline. Yeah, producer P is losing her shit. And also like of course Morty fucks it up at some point. What did you think of that? What did you think of that, Nine?
I loved it, and I don't know if we mentioned this on one of the episodes because like this was a prophecy foretold, right? In what was it? It was the episode with maybe the president, or they have this like ace team all put together. And I'll pull up the clip where like one of the team members can draw the future, and they hold up a picture of Rick being attacked by a Bigfoot.
Oh yeah,
I do not remember that at all.
So I really loved that through line because I was like, okay, so is this going to happen or not in this episode? And then it actually did happen.
And it's something that normally they don't do, which is very interesting.
Yeah, that was a good through line.
Because we did get this was a Rick episode, you know what I mean? I forgot, like we mentioned it before, like last week we didn't have a lot of Rick episodes, but
yeah.
I do also think that we've seen this Pokeball before from Rick.
Oh,
am I mistaken in that?
I don't know. I don't think it was like used as much.
Like in a different season.
Garage?
Yeah, no, like I think he's like pulled it out before or something like that, and just been like, oh no, I don't want to use that or something like that. Like I feel like I've seen this Pokeball before, with no explanation as to what is inside of it.
You know, it's funny that you say that because like I the last couple of seasons of Rick and Morty, I feel like I've been so passively watching that this is like the most actively. This is like the most actively I've watched a season, just because I guess like all the controversy and everything, and I've just been like trying to see if the quality is.
God damn it, Alex! And you're not supposed to say that you've been passively watching the last few seasons when we've been covering the last 3.
We only covered the last season. We only covered the last season, and who cares? You can probably tell from the way I was talking about the last season, but like I don't know, like
that was the problem.
I don't because like just to say like there's a lot of stuff from like those seasons I don't really remember, but like I don't know, I've just been really enjoying the writing for this season.
You heard him, Rachel V. He said he wasn't even fucking paying attention.
Don't talk to him about shit.
But yeah, then we get the B plot, as Rick says, with Bigfoot being released. Like I love that he has Bigfoot and a Pokeball as a way of killing him. He could have killed himself in so many different ways.
So many different ways, yeah.
But not as a cool way. And I mean, not cooler than that.
This is the coolest way, I will say. Bigfoot and the Pokeball is my top 10
Let me
favorite ways
see
to
if
die.
I can. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Because the way he does die, Jesus Christ, why would you ever even want to be attacked like a Bigfoot that way? It is insane.
There's tequila in the.
You could take a pill or something.
There's tequila in the freezer.
I got it.
Okay.
I wish I had some tequila in my freezer. Jeez. Let's see here. Play this.
That have nothing to do with me.
Can you blame them?
You suck.
Danger!
Wow, that's great, buddy. It's going right on the fridge.
So yeah,
Me.
Can you blame them?
You suck.
Danger!
Wow, that.
and so it's literally just him in snowy mountains or whatever.
That's perfect.
Oh man.
And didn't the president say they could probably predict the future?
Right, yeah. And then here we go. Goddamn, this is he just appears in Valhalla.
Yeah, I like the whole Valhalla, that it's Valhalla in the afterlife. It's and just this whole Viking situation where he just immediately gets killed as soon as he gets there.
Sorry, we got some honorary Banthas in here to celebrate monetization. So here we go.
Cheers!
We're just saying cheers. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody at home. And don't forget to join us on Christmas Day. We'll have a Christmas Day celebration. We'll not be going live, but we will be getting drunk, and it will be going hard. We'll try. I think we're going to set it to where it's a live release.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a live release.
Can we?
And y'all can still chat amongst yourselves.
Is it possible for us to do it live on Nerds at Night and then have it be a Christmas relief on Drunk Banthas? Is that possible?
Yeah, that's possible. Because then that's possible.
This is a Christmas celebration, and then we'll talk. We'll talk
about it. But for all you watching, all you need to know is to fucking watch on Monday. Just be here every Monday.
Every Monday.
Who cares about what your parents are talking about Christmas Day?
Fucking, votes in for who has the better shirt. I don't know how many we have right now, but
oh man,
get your votes in.
Yeah,
get your votes in.
Get your votes in. Who has the better shirt? Then the Pope ends up being the main villain of this episode, which is crazy.
Always a double villain, right? Well, not always, but Rick and Morty have classic double villain energy.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
What did you think of the Pope being this omnipresent power in this? Because he just pretty much after Rick tries to tap all the energy, this
Then he just pulls it off. The Pope does.
Yeah,
I thought it was one. I mean, it's not the worst thing that the Catholic Church has done, right? This meaty, swarmy motherfucker. I like that he is just so kind of just American Italian.
He's he's like
he's just I got
Italian.
an offer for you that you can't refuse.
Yo, didn't we have this
with me?
Didn't we have this Pope before, or didn't we have this voice?
I feel like we did. I don't know. Yeah,
he's modeled after Benedict.
Yes, definitely. But I just felt like we had a character or this Pope in this show previously.
Yeah, this does feel very familiar.
I don't know. If we did, then I got something that MT didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to MT, by the way. Let's get MT on the show. Come on, man. You're in LA. You're here. You should just come on the show. Black nerds unite.
Oh, you're talking about MT, who was formerly on New Rockstars, but now is on Heavy Spoilers.
That is correct. A working man's nerd.
Heavy Spoilers there, who is notably, since Blake went after him, an enemy of the show.
Right, but he doesn't have to be an enemy of the show. You know, keep your enemies close and your enemies closer.
But like the Pope having gained the energy from the afterlife constantly kills. Were you about to play this clip?
Yeah, no, play the clip first.
I was gonna. Okay, yeah, sure.
We don't got it. We don't got no sound.
Oh shit!
But also many rules. We can't kill. We can't command a man to kill. But you are not a man. You are a thinking beast from outside God's domain, which will make you the Vatican's greatest weapon.
So yeah, that's the premise of like why Bigfoot is essential in this.
Well, now I know why nobody's catching this Pope was used before, because he doesn't use that like bad accent until later.
Yeah.
Oh, like
in the
that
episode. He's like, yeah, but then that Justin Roiland voice, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like it's
that wine in your face and the talk like a this and to make a bad joke.
Speaking of bad accents, I heard it sounded very weird.
Man. Don't
in Rick. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the Rick and Morty voice actors. Rick's voice actor just kind of like sounded so not Rick in one of these moments. I'm gonna try to find it.
There were a couple of moments where I was like, "Huh, that doesn't sound quite exactly like Justin."
Hold on, nigga. Wait, nigga. Why do you have on Raven's hat? I just now noticed, nigga, that you got on this hat. I just now noticed you got on this hat right now.
Yeah, Raven put this
because you know why I noticed it. Because Sarah is just looking at your fucking head. And I look over at her and I'm like, yo, why has she got this like disdain for like your head right now? And then I look at your head and you got a whole raccoon on your head, nigga. That's amazing. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah, I got a raccoon.
Shout out to Raven, by the way.
Yeah. Shout out to Raven.
Let me see here. So I just found the clip.
But Jesus Christ, run this cable over there. We don't have much time.
Oh, realize that you can't see it. But like, you can even tell just like in.
Can we
just wait. Like his inflection of his voice, right?
Yes.
And then like how Rick usually sounds, just like listen to the way that he says, "We don't have much time."
Norwegian Bigfoots. Jesus Christ, run this cable over there. We don't have much time.
Like I was just like, oh, that doesn't sound like Rick.
Yeah.
I feel like they've done a really good job throughout the season, but that I was like, whoa, that sounds like a completely different person.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, but you can only do so much, right? And also these guys don't do one thing that Justin was definitely doing, and that's get drunk while he's doing the takes.
I was gonna say, like they don't seem like they're getting blackout drunk before they record this, which
is a very important part of how he sounds. I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm not saying they should do it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's how it is. That's how he sounds. That's why he sounds the way he sounds.
But I mean, and there's like a toxic drunk then. No.
Hey, look, exactly.
But there is like a weird, like a toxic energy, like as far as like creative energy, like way back with Hunter S. Thompson, where people like feel like you have to get fucked up to create good shit. But yeah, that's
Edgar Allan Poe.
But it is like weird that this guy does not, he's obviously not the same actor, and he's doing a great job for the most part, but he's a different person, so he's obviously not going to sound exactly the same. There can be some times where he doesn't sound the same.
You know why he's not going to sound the same? You know why he's not going to sound the same? You know why he's going to sound the same? You know why?
Because he's not the same
fucking
person?
failure. He's a fucking failure.
He's a different person.
Fucking losers. Yeah,
he's a fucking loser, man. If he was really cool, he would get it fucking done. Yeah, he would just get it done.
But then like later,
nerd.
Bigfoot after chases after a feral clone of Rick, only to be captured by Pope, who uses him to kill all of Church's enemies. But when Rick and Morty return, Bigfoot cuts a deal with them to stop the Pope. And the Pope, having gained the energy to the afterlife, constantly kills them. They revive themselves with clones, making Bigfoot a human in the process. I thought all this was really great. all the times they were getting killed and coming back. Kind of reminded me like a video game.
Oh yeah, I was actually thinking, I was like, okay, let's this would be awesome for a video game. Like,
oh my god,
a horde battle royale video game when you're like Valhallan troop trying to
this is
probably someone that's way more technologically advanced than you. I feel like that would be a good premise for like just an online.
It'll probably be a Rick and Morty online Adult Swim game. They do have a lot of Adult Swim games on their website.
Yeah.
And you know, Adult Swim, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Give us some money. we will promote anything that you do.
I'll play it. I'll play it on stream.
Okay, I'm done here. Ready to get back to living?
Yeah, but how?
Morty infinite need for crystal.
Attack him.
This was hilarious.
Like they were just getting respawned at the, like, damn, you can't change the spawn point up.
This is the thing. This is what I was very surprised by. And let me know if anyone else in the comments, let me know. Did anybody else feel like this was almost a little too soon? Like right now, considering the climate of the world right now, like what's taking place?
God.
Like like one time, literally, Morty comes out with a fucking RPG and shoots, and it turns into a cluster bomb. It turns into a cluster bomb, which is illegal, which has been used.
I'll say it. Free Palestine, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
come on.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like no matter what time in life, there's always something awful going on. It's like
I'm just saying after 9/11 that would have never they
Ground Zero.
Like, there were so many shows that got canceled or didn't come out because of 9/11.
For sure. But I don't know. Yeah,
like this scene right here. What?
That was very reminiscent of.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
It's just really look. I'm keeping it fresh by not saying anything crazy. But for real though, that was fucking wild, dog.
No,
that was wild.
It's crazy. It's one of those things that we kind of just look over, especially when it comes to war overseas. Because Iron Man, that opening scene where we also had like those big cluster bomb missiles. Happened while we're in the middle of two wars. So,
that's actually but that was at the end of. You're talking about a war that lasted 20 years. That was at the back end of that 20 years. I mean, I understand what you're saying. This shit happened 2 months ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit just started like 2 months ago.
But they also probably drew this.
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm just
trivia question.
It probably
was that.
I'm just saying, like, if anybody knows. Let us know. Did it air differently in any other countries? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that shit happens. Nine. Yeah. What was
trivia question? What was that weapon from Iron Man called?
The haymaker?
No.
Oh damn! Shit.
Bill, you got a guess?
Man, no, I ain't got no guess.
Damn. Do you remember what it was called?
This man.
I'm not actually sure.
Oh,
I think it was called the Jericho. Let me see.
Oh yeah, the Jericho.
It might have been called Jericho.
Man.
Chris Jericho is one of my favorite wrestlers of all times.
Well,
it's
funny.
What?
Did you know that Ric Flair said
Jericho? There it is.
It is the Jericho.
Which is funny because that still also relates to, the conflict going on.
Exactly. And it relates to this episode.
Jericho is really a city in the West Bank.
This is
crazy. After failing to stop, after failing to stop the Pope with the help of the Universal Monsters, Rick tricks the Vikings into pulling the plug on the energy after they escape, stripping the Pope of his power. After Rick traps the Pope in a Pokeball, Rick and Morty send Bigfoot back into the woods by throwing beer cans at him, despite the fact that he's human now. It's very old Yeller style shit. I really liked the ending of this. What did y'all think of the ending of the episode? And just like with the
I'm gonna tell you in a second. Yo, give me your favorite in the comments. Give me your favorite wrestler. Give me your favorite wrestler. Mine is Dusty Rhodes. So give me your favorite wrestler.
Cactus Jack.
Cactus or wrestling character. Anybody from wrestling. Cactus Jack is a fucking amazing one. I thought this ending was trippy. The part where at the end credit scene where they're throwing fucking cans at Bigfoot, that was like, so fucking get a job or something. It was like so unnecessary, but it's like totally explaining the exact same shit that we felt.
Yeah,
everybody felt like, oh yeah, Bigfoot gonna get a job, he's gonna have a regular life now. Nope. He's gonna turn into a supervillain later because he just got cans thrown at him.
Yeah, he's definitely coming back later on.
I was hoping I could get a job and
go on, get out of here.
I'm going here, okay? Ow! Stop throwing things.
Yeah,
that is just insane. Look, remember the Spider-Verse?
Yeah,
the fucking can, like dude got hit in the head with a can and became
the bagel. Yeah, he got hit.
The bagel, yeah, the bagel. He got hit in the head with a bagel. This nigga got hit in the head with a can. He's gonna come back and be a fucking crazy
much worse than a bagel.
Oh, by the way, Spillmage did. I think he did put this comment on before. We said anything? You got it right. The Jericho.
Yeah,
Let
the
me
Jericho.
Just, give him his. Oh, that's not the one.
I gotta give you your props.
There we go. There we go. Phil Mage.
Phil Mage also threw his
Stone Cold Steve Austin. There it is.
Just give it
I feel like that's a little basic. I feel like it's a little basic.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is look. I don't know how old Phil Mage is, but when we was growing up, that was not basic. That was like.
Oh, that was
you had to.
That was
well, no, because at one point he was not that popular. You know what I'm saying? And then we went up in that shit, like
right.
And when I say we, fans of him went up as much as he did.
And these things grow, yeah.
The best wrestler of all time is Shawn Michaels, though. I mean, my favorite wrestler
is great, man.
My favorite wrestler is Dusty Rhodes, just because he got all the talk. But who had the talk, the look, the moves? It was Shawn Michaels. He had everything that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be Shawn Michaels. Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
He did have a lot of charisma.
Man.
He was great. Yeah, Macho
Man Randy
Savage. I was gonna say, like, I feel like Phil Mage, from the discussions I've had with him, yeah, he definitely knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah, he's a Texan, so he knows about Dusty Rhodes. You know what I mean? Phil Mage just had some hard times, Daddy. Some hard times, Daddy.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's really funny that Rick just kind of he just wouldn't give up his trial of getting that infinite energy, and then he knew that he was fighting a losing battle, right?
Right.
Like from the beginning, he's just like, man, I gotta pull the plug, but I'm not going to be able to get my infinite energy, but because the pull pattern, which means there's nothing that he can build. There's no way he could science his way out of it. Because infinite energy.
Well, see, and this is the thing, though. I like to that point. I'm glad you brought it up because I got a theory. Alex. I think that Rick is doing random projects that he knows are not sustainable or not capable of actually working out because he's lost. He has no actual purpose right now. He's just he's just trying to do whatever.
Right.
To get whatever done, because he's just running aimlessly without anything to do. And like we know, last episode they woke him up out of a blackout, drunk stupor to go do a random thing that he didn't really want to participate in. Then sent them on their way to do some shit. So I'm just saying, like, I think we're leading up to a point where like a peak of like Rick and Morty, where Rick is just like falls into another depression that maybe leads him to leave the family again.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, we don't. I mean, were you about to say that? No, were you about to say that?
Well, I had a feeling that like maybe he's like this Morty is also becoming so jaded. Like he's actually kind of starting a. He's actually creating another evil Morty. You know.
Oh,
you think that Rick? No, our Morty is becoming an evil Morty.
Is it starting to become that? Yeah. Uh-oh, can't hear you.
No, I had to go on mute for a second. Well, could you repeat the question?
No. Yeah, like I that's an interesting idea. I think the most unique thing about the Morty, the evil Morty, is that he's the Mortiest Morty. Yeah,
right.
I know. I think our Morty is the Mortiest Morty. He's just evil Morty.
Oh,
right.
Fair enough. But I do feel like this is. Yeah, maybe this is like the opportunity for the Morty to have like some sort of self-awareness without having that turn the evil side. This is the good version of that self-awareness, because we do see him being a little bit more aware. Like he says that he's like, I'm so disassociated. Like I had to take a test at school, then they had to call like the FBI,
Homeland Security.
They
had to call Homeland Security.
Like Morty's got some serious fucking problems. But yeah,
I do feel like there's something happening because of this scene right here. Because if you notice, like Morty was a little bit like, playing up his Mortiness with these Vikings, and then right when he kind of realizes that Rick has got his tools or whatever, he kind of like shifts demeanors. Right.
What? Well, why would I be friends with a witch?
I was just asking.
Well, that's really offensive, man. What is this? Judgment Holla?
I don't know until I ask, all right?
Somebody around here gonna make me some pants, or do I have to call the feds on this place?
Yeah, but like more like the way he came into the scene was kind of fucking crazy. That they would put that on TV. Like that's the little boy. But yeah,
see, the thing is, like, I like. I feel like Morty. We got a little bit of this in the first, or was it the second episode? Like this, to your point, like Morty is just building on this whole season. He's just kind of like no longer in this. There's no excitement to it for him. He's just like, yo, what the fuck's wrong with y'all? Y'all know who y'all messing with? My body's like made to probably explode if you fucking touch me too crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, my granddad's gonna fucking destroy everybody here if I die. Or
that's what I'm saying. Like right after, like in this scene, he's just like kind of like more timid or whatever.
Of course. But wait, where did that guy go? He should have his armor by now.
But like once they, he's just a bit more timid, bit more like, Morty, like a little bit scared or whatever.
Yeah.
But then when they walk in here and he knows that like Rick got the tools and everything, that's when he's just like, I'm gonna call the fucking feds on you guys. Like, starts saying shit with his chest.
But like in that one episode where the gangsters, he was good. He was acting all fucking tough.
Oh yeah.
Until he realized Rick was Jerry and Rick at the same time, and then he was like, "Oh shit, damn, my bad, dog. I shouldn't have been talking to you like that."
Like I feel like Morty has like for the past like 3 or 4 seasons like teetered on being like nervous Morty, insecure Morty, and being like, "Hey, listen, I've been through some shit. Don't fuck with me. I've saved the universe 10 times over." Film Age Studio says, I hope so, but I don't know. This still feels aimless to me. There are always episodes that feel like that are kind of aimless, like the intergalactic cable episodes, or the episode where Jermaine Clement was a fart cloud. Like that episode didn't really.
Alex, don't be so.
But there's
talk about.
I don't know. Do you?
Nine,
you had mentioned some comments last week about the plot arc of the show. Do you feel like it feels aimless?
No, I get what Film Age is talking about, and exactly when I was saying that, like. That these motherfuckers need to have like an overarching plot, or else like we're not going to be, I'll just binge it at the end of the season. I don't want to like, stay week by week seeing if they're going to get that message done. But what I'm saying, like if it's episodes like this where it like introduces some interesting sci-fi concepts, then I'm sticking around and then I want to watch it because I think it's like interesting for them to play off of.
And I think they are messing with motherfuckers' tops like film age, like because like I think they playing mind games because this episode they gave us the very beginning of the episode started with Jerry. And you think
it's gonna be a Jerry episode.
Oh shit, we're gonna get a Jerry episode. We're gonna move into something that's something. Nope. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, definitely changed up on it. But like guys, let us know in the comments what you feel about this season. Do you feel like there's like a good overarching story? What do you think is going to happen in the final episode? Because the next episode is the final episode of the season.
Yeah.
But Nine, do you have any final thoughts before we get out of here about this episode?
I like this post credit scene with them playing off the
the post credit
Pokemon for real. I love it because this looks exactly like a Pokemon that I would have designed when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to make my own Pokemon, and it's going to be so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And
this is going to be Charmander, but with like green.
Yeah, it's just a bootleg Charizard still.
Charizard. This is
Charizard.
Charizard the Great.
What kind of
and then he's the Pope. But yeah.
No, man, I love, he said, who is the Pope?
Pope? I know. Let me check. This guy, apparently.
It's like a clone of Rick.
Yeah, that's also an interesting concept too, because like, why did Rick set that up?
Like, why did you do that? You worked so hard to build a universe where it was just like this.
Where his like nonsensical senile clone can be the Pope.
That arena kind of looked like the arena from Shang-Chi too, where they were fighting. Like it looked
either
Shang-Chi
like or like Detective Pikachu, where
it's probably straight up Detective Pikachu. Yeah, that would make more sense. But before we get out of here, Nine, tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs.
Oh, thank you for asking, my dear boy. You can find me on 9 Nerd Yards, also here on Nerds at Night. I should be dropping another video on 9 Nerd Yards pretty soon here. It's going to be the Atlanta series finale video. I got some interviews that I'm going to be weaving into that video. Hopefully, we'll be getting that all together by the end of I'm actually not going to make any fucking promises. It never works out for me. I'm always late. I'm always running on CPT. So you'll get it when you can, motherfuckers.
No problems. Yeah, exactly. No promoses. Fuck all that bullshit. Yeah, god damn it. You get it when you fucking get it.
Yeah.
But definitely check out his iceberg, Atlanta iceberg video that's out on
It's
9
out.
Yards right
It's
now.
out. Yeah.
Again, check out that interview with Tanae that we did yesterday.
Yeah, that interview. Look, I saw the interview. It was dope. I watched it live. Film Age was in there, I believe. So everybody go check out that. That was dope.
Yeah, it was very dope.
He
a lot of fun.
Pissed in front of Brad Pitt and held a gun to his head to force him to do a Chinese
how much
accent.
better does it get?
And we get all the tea from that shit.
Doesn't get no better than that. Cheers to y'all. Cheers to that video.
Yeah,
that was
congratulations.
Happy holidays, motherfuckers.
That interview. It's actually a great interview. I don't watch Dave. I've only watched that episode. So I did watch that interview. So it's pretty. It was a pretty special moment for me as well. But yeah, you guys should definitely check that out. We'll put the link in the description. You can check that out. But before we get out of here, 9, what are the results on that poll? I'm very curious.
Jesus, let me check.
I know I won. Come on, y'all.
He's feeling very, very confident.
Come on, y'all. Quit bullshit.
So, hold on. You know what? Put in your votes now while I'm pulling up the dashboard.
He's pulling it up. Get it in. Sneak it in.
Got another vote. Any more votes? Who's got the better shirt? Who's got the better shirt?
Who's got the better shirt? The poll says.
And it is. Oh my God. All right. So we have 8 votes.
8 votes.
Oh, don't tell me it's a tie.
50% each.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. 50% each.
8 votes. Guys, break it. Break it right now, or else I'm going to have to log
Sarah,
in and
who's
break
got
it
the
myself.
best shirt?
I already voted.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man. I guess
someone vote.
We're gonna have to come. We're gonna have to come back.
We're
gonna have to come back next week. You guys keep voting until next week, and we'll figure out who won.
I mean,
then.
the vote's going to be fucking over as soon
it's going to be over.
Okay, well, damn,
yeah.
It's going to be over.
Well, let's see if we get anything. Anyone else? Put in a fucking vote.
It's your last chance.
That's it. It's a tie.
Well, guys, thank you for listening to Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Discord, IG, TikTok, likewise, Letterboxd, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Stay safe, my little dead Martians, and may the force be with you.